The enemy has not one, not two, not three, 4 bases. Their master base, where they've got a shipyard in production, their giant aircraft carrier, and 2 fortifications out front. We have to destroy it all, and all we have is airplanes. But man, do we have a lot of airplanes. The one catch to all this is I have 1 singular nuclear core. If it dies, we lose, and it is very, very exposed to enemy missile fire. So the first thing that we need to do is, well, defend this thing, right? And the best way to do that is, well, more money, less problems. So let's get a few more mining shafts built up in the bowels of this base. They call this a mine? Yeah, this is a mine. Gimli would be happy with it. So we must defend it. Now, one of the things that I think we're gonna need to do is increase the superstructure of this base. This is gonna need to become a prickly porcupine of defensive gunfire. And we're not done, we're building up to the sky. Well, I mean, I guess technically we're already in the sky. Like, look at this. I am the tallest structure in the world by quite a significant margin. Now they can't even see my flag anymore. Now what we need to do is get more weapon technology. We're gonna put it down here in the bowels of this base where it is safe. Uh-oh, hold on, biscuits and gravy. We're not prepared for firepower of this magnitude. Did you see that? They had a laser targeting system, and now they fired swarming missiles, and I don't think our machine guns are gonna be in time. In fact, I built them just in time to die. Brilliant tactical maneuver by myself, if I might be so bold. But 4 machine gunners did survive, and as soon as we can put them in, we're gonna replace some of these machine gunners with flak cannons. Now from here, I think what we could do is, well, you know, get a few more mines going. We're gonna have to build up the entire economic infrastructure down here in our cave system. But we do have a few planes available, and right now we have MiG-15s. So let's go ahead and fire one out. Now these can be manually controlled. Huh. If you actually hit the right button instead of, you know, taking a screenshot. Whoops. Well, you know what they say, if at first you don't succeed. Oh my goodness, they're firing missiles at me. All right, let's see if we can defend against this time. Oh yeah, that's doing a fantastic job. Wait a minute, there's another one. Okay, they're swarmers. The enemy could upgrade those things and eventually get ballistics missiles. And if they do that, if any one of those hits, we're gonna have a big problem. So right now I'm controlling the MiG-15. My health is already at 76, and we're actually stalling out. And we're just firing randomly. Huzzah! Okay, well, you know, we ended up using an old strategy that was employed in, well, the late stages of World War II in the Pacific. If you catch my drift, planes themselves can be used as weapons. But we're running out of ammunition. We only have 1 left, and we can't really replace them just yet. We're gonna need to get more technology. So there's gonna be a lot of building going on down here. And in fact, we might actually want to also increase our power production. So we've got these defensive laser turrets on the back side of the base to defend against any amphibious naval invasions. Not that the enemy's gonna try it, at least not today. And we'll make an iron core around the core itself. So I'm feeling a little bit more secure. And what we could do is, it looks like we've got a Supermarine Spitfire, a biplane. We're gonna get one of those. We're gonna get the Supermarine Spitfire, and then we need to upgrade some of these other ones. So I'm thinking the technology is what we need, right? So that's what we were actually doing here before I got distracted. Now I'm using back bracing so that these turbines here will continue producing power. But honestly, if the enemy finds a way to, like, hit this with some weapon, we've got bigger problems. Now, the last video forts got a resoundingly positive reception that we brought it back. So if you guys want to see more, I have one big question for you. What would be a fun map or scenario that we could have modded up for the next video? Oh gosh, that's a lot of machine guns. Missiles were just chopped down, and it looks like some of the surrounding machine gun fire, like, fired past the missiles and actually damaged the base a little bit. But look at how well defended it is. All right, so we can build a MiG, and now we need the Hellcat and the Mustang, and then we can get into the modern age. We've got F-16s, A-10 Thunderbolts, F-117 stealth fighters. We even have some helicopters, and we've got the big daddy, the B-52 Stratofortress, and the AC-130 gunship. I don't know how those are going to work, but I cannot wait to try them out. Now, one of the other things we can do down here is put a lot of resource storage, both energy and metals, as well as continually upgrading our technological abilities. Now, first things first, let's try. I mean, it's a little bit better than the Wright brothers. First plane. Oh, we got flechettes. Haha! Okay, that was cool. Oh, man, it got shot down. I don't know if that was a flak gun or a machine gun, but we were able to drop some flechettes on that base. Look at that. That's a ballistic missile. Okay, it got shot down, but they're hiding ballistic missiles within the swarm of the swarmer missiles. That is a very, very dangerous thing. I don't think our machine guns are going to be able to keep up with the firepower that those things are pumping out. So one of the things that we did do is I guess we could put flak guns at the top where they're a little bit wider. So let's go ahead and destroy these two and replace our defensive armament with 2 flak guns. Uh-oh. The timing was not very good. That's 2 laser sights. Both forts are powering up their missiles, and that's a ballistic and a swarm. And this one looks like, what is it? Another ballistic and a swarm? Oh, please, flaks. Oh, they're not going to be ready. Guys? Oh, we got hit near the bottom of the base with a ballistic missile. Okay, but the flak guns are here, and they are operational. Oh, gosh. Yeah, see, the sizing isn't ideal. So what I'm going to do, actually, is be a little cheeky here. And I'm going to have a little machine gun sticking out there. So there's at least one more. Oh, no, ballistic. Yeah. Well, hey, guys, I'm going to do this really cool thing. And it's dead. Guys, what do we do? Look at that thing. No! Okay, we're fine. Are we fine? Guys, I don't think we're fine. I'm just going to build this taller. Surely that's going to work, right? Oh, my goodness. This is so sloppy. I love it. All right, what we're going to do is that. Essentially, what that's going to do is just, like, rapidly build these guns. But, like, look at how structurally fragmented this is. So they were built really fast because I was able to use the architect's active ability, aka build really fast time. We're about to die. Please save us. Save us all. I wonder how far back we can actually build it. Okay, we can build pretty far back. All right, the flak guns, now that there's more of them on the top, they're doing a lot better. This guy can't even shoot. He's got a very narrow window, but because everything is like shrunken. And you know what? I'm actually going to put a flak gun here. This is so silly. All right, can we also have this like strapped in? So it's got a little bit of extra support. Oh wow, I do not like any of this. Our base could like fall at any moment. What the heck is that? Sometimes I build too fast and bad things happen. Now, the best defense, they say, is a strong offense. We just have to make sure our reload rate is good enough. Come on. Oh no, please, come on, shoot that thing. That was terrifying. And they're burning my rope that is protecting our friend here. Our little Flaccosaurus Rex. You know what? I think you might be part of the issue. The flak guns are really good. I think they just take a long time to rearm. Okay, the best defense is strong offense. Now, let's go ahead and use the Supermarine Spitfire. All right, we've got rockets. And, oh my gosh. She's not gonna make it. Woo! All right, we did something to that base. Oh my gosh, they have a Howitzer artillery piece in there. All right, we need to buy a lot more. That was the Spitfire. Let's get a Hellcat, a P-51 Mustang, F-16. We don't have the resources for the A-10 Thunderbolt, but what we do have is more resources to get more resources, which will give us the resources. You see how that works? It's magic like that. I would love to, oh my gosh, I would love to not die. I would love to not die. Oh my gosh, you guys have missed the entire cluster. Where's the flak? Where's the, okay. One little one gets through and blows something up. Ridiculous. I need fast reload. Extinguishes fires and repairs anything nearby. Woo! Okay, that's kind of scary. Yeah, we gotta kill them. MiGs. Oh, they get immediately shot down. This is brutal. I wonder if I could somehow, uh-oh. Yeah, I was like, that's the sound of a ballistic missile about to hit something. And it was. Fortunately, it was destroyed. I wish we could have, like, these little repair things, but instead they would help you reload quicker. That'd be a fun modded unit. I wonder if it exists. It seems like it should. All right. Now we got the Big Daddy. Now we're going to get some supplies here. And then we'll start building up our energy reserves. All right. I'm feeling a little bit better about our chances. It looks like this airfield, we need runway Mark II. I wonder, okay, we have all the technology, right? So how much does that cost? 350, 100. Doesn't look like I can upgrade it. All right, we wanted to try the Hellcat though, didn't we? Good night. That's so many ballistic missiles coming from these sites. Uh-oh. That's, oh my gosh, I thought 2 of them were gonna hit. They got shot down in like the 11th hour. How are the defenses? Needing a little bit of a added help here. Whoa. You know what? I know what you're thinking. You know what this could use is, well, more. And I am in agreement with that. We'll just put more flak guns. Hopefully this doesn't, oh gosh. Oh gosh. I don't like the look of this. Yeah, like this one piece, if it gets hit with a ballistic here, this entire thing will collapse. Oh gosh. Please don't collapse. We desperately need you to survive. All right, Hellcat. Okay. You know what? I think what we need to do is just World War II Pacific that place. And what's the best way to do it? P-51? Let's see whichever one of these has like the biggest bombs on it. Okay, the P-51 has some pretty good bombs. If you can drop those. I just don't have the skill level. 4,000. Are we okay? We are okay. Other than that blinking piece right there. Okay, we're just gonna use P-51s to destroy at least the first base. So some of these missiles, like the sheer quantity of enemy missiles stops. Gosh, look at how many turbines and generators they have on that thing. Some of these missiles are fired at such long range. Yes, and I do love how like just the ballistics projectiles continue going and hit enemy bases. Oh my gosh. All right, let's do fast build. Oh, they build one at a time? No wonder this is taking forever. All right, we're gonna do another MiG. Getting some explosions. All right, that time we got a lot more. Planes are just rockets, you know, when you're desperate. Yes, all right. The core's exposed. I'm thinking that we're gonna have a lot more time to destroy the enemy, like, and fly properly once this first base is destroyed. Oh man, that's not ideal. Yeah. Oh, we missed the core because we looped it around. Our flying is downright atrocious, and we need more energy. Yes! Okay. The first base is away. I repeat, the first base is away. Now we have enough room to probably do some flying and go on some proper bombing runs, which is good that our entire base is alive except for one flak gun guy did get destroyed. I wish I still had my active bonus so he would have been built up pretty quickly. And we'll put a machine gunner at the very, very top because more guns, more better. All right. But do you see how they hide the ballistics missile in the group, making it very difficult to hit? Now, I do believe we have an F-16 right here. I want this one. Okay. Oh, maybe we already have an A-10 Thunderbolt as well. We'll get 2 of them. We're going to need more with my flying. That's for darn sure. You know, we'll have a few biplanes in here for the memes. Oh, yeah, and I think different classes will build. Their ballistics-based missile program is incredible. They're able to produce so many. All right, so what we're going to do then once we get up here is we need an energy farm. Only 30% efficient because obviously there's a giant wall. Okay, that's not going to work. Well, let's upgrade all these. And I wonder if we can actually put them down here. What are you? 90% effective? That's 90% awesome. We'll take it. 99. Oh, wow. Look at my energy being used on defensive fire. I'm thankful that there's no, like, bunker-busting mole bombs or anything like that. Like, bunker busters, like, real world or mole bombs if you're familiar with, like, Worms weaponry. All right. I'm feeling really, really good about this base now. We haven't gotten hit with the missiles ever since, like, we destroyed their first base. So this might just be buying us all the time that we need. Now, after that, we do want an F-117. Oh, you know what? A helicopter would be really cool, especially if they're easier to fly. I need the big boys, that's for sure. So I need 1,520,000. The orbital sweep ammunition. Yep. Oh, look at how big that thing is. 2.5 times as large. Well, I guess 2 times as large as every other plane that we have. And he's a heavy, so he's being built after our AC-130. So the B-52 has to be the biggest and best. I have a lot of opportunity to increase my aerial skills here. And I really liked my P-51s, but I haven't tried the F-16s yet. Ooh, P-51s and F-16s can be built simultaneously. Yeah, so look at this airfield that we have, man. I really like our, like, this reminds me of what the former Yugoslavia had. They had this big underground Air Force base that they used. I remember reading about it on Wikipedia. I've never seen the thing myself. And we can upgrade this to a Mark II. Now that's gonna take some time, but we have time. Time is on our side now. Yeah, I would not want to be this base because they just keep getting hit with random flak rounds and machine gun rounds. Can you imagine having that as your base? Dude, if we had mole tanks, we could get our mole tanks and drive them up and destroy the silos from below. We need advanced weaponry like that. I think my dream game, like Forts and Worms, is actually where you hybridize the best parts of Worms and the best parts of Forts and combine it together. All right, so we're about halfway done, only halfway done. Unfortunately, our base doesn't have 2 or 3 airfields. That would have been awesome. Not that you need it unless you're like you're upgrading it. But you see that we could put another one. It's just I have no place that I could put it. I could put it on the top, but as you can see, structural integrity of this base is already questionable. So we'd have to put it like way back here, and that probably would not work out well. We need another tunnel base. Now remember, we still have this base, the aircraft carrier, and the enemy military installation, and oh man, you see that little helmet? Those are enemy machine gunners. That's what's going on. This is gonna be devastatingly nasty if you try to attack it from above. So I'm curious what happens if we attack it from below. They do look like they have something back here, so we gotta be mindful of that. All right, we're ready to fire some advanced weaponry. We got the P-51s, F-16s. Oh no, I have to upgrade it again. My P-51, you know what, let's try an F-16 out. He's gonna be so fast, my reaction time is already bad. Oh my gosh. He got shot down immediately. I did fly in a straight line, and I think we probably have to attack from above. Okay, guys, I'm getting nervous again. Never mind. I don't know why I'm getting nervous. We haven't been hit in a while. I'm still nervous. What were my even weapon systems on my F-16? I guess we could try. I can't fit another one of these in here. Could I put it somewhere else? I can put it over here. B-52s. The Strato Fortress. If that isn't a name that instills fear in your enemies, I don't know what is. All right. Oh, yeah, they got straight up flak guns in the second base. Okay. We'll have to attack from above. Anything flying straight at it is dead. What on earth? I mean, we have a lot of planes, but man, this is getting ridiculous. Maybe I do need to try a helicopter out. We're gonna go F-16. Try to flak that, you jerks. Oh, they're trying. Whoa! The base collapsed! Well, with the help of some other mods, we can basically insta-build, which is great news for us. But that's okay, we can quickly catch up to where we were. And now we can try out some of our new weapon systems. F-16 on the second base, please. I don't think the F-16 is gonna be very good at base bombing, but it is able to fire a couple missiles. So let's give that one more go. You just have to be zoomed out. The controls for this, the mod is amazing, but in my personal opinion, the controls are not conducive. But you're modding in something that was never intended to be in the game in the first place, and it really should have. Like, in hindsight, like, this is fantastic. This is probably one of the coolest mods I've played in a game, much less in Forts. Also, skill issue. All right, I want to see if I can't drop my bombs correctly here. There we go. Okay, I dropped them. Now, I didn't pull up enough, but you know what? That's okay. Get our altitude. Now, what if I dropped here? Oh, those look good. There we go. Some machine gun fired directly on the core, and then, you know, a P-51 landing, landing in loose quotations, right next to it. Let's try the A-10 Thunderbolt out. And I'm gonna fly a little bit back towards the base. This is something we haven't done yet. So we've got the GAU-8 Avenger, Mark 82 bombs, and then flares. Cool. There's the Burt. I didn't pull up, man. I think that the A-10 is definitely gonna merit enough flying time to where we should build a couple of these bad boys before we switch to the F-117. All right, what's the Mark 82 bombs? Oh, those are good bombs. Oh, they got flak. Okay, we're gonna hit the base from behind if we can. All right, bombs are ready. We're at 48 health. This thing is pretty sturdy. I guess it is the proper ground attack aircraft. Ooh, we strafed the base just a little bit. It didn't do a whole lot. So the Burt, aka the 30 mil autocannon, is quite fun to use. Bombs away. Yeah, this thing can survive. This thing is quite sturdy and strong. But like if you're a proper ground attack aircraft, you're gonna get shot at a lot by the ground, so you need to be pretty well armored, right? All right, bombs away. We got hits. Ladies and gentlemen, we got hits. I think it's right below me. Dang. We hit right here, and then we hit right there with the autocannon. We're gonna fly right over our base. Oh my gosh, I just like clipped it. Bombs away, a little bit overdropped. All right, 2 seconds for bombs. We hit the superstructure of the base. We're about 50% health. Dodged a lot of the incoming fire. Let's see what flares do. That is awesome. Do they catch stuff on fire? We're about dead. I'm gonna try to get these bombs off. And we got shot down right as we were coming back to base. I feel like you could, if you're an aspiring game developer, there's definitely something here. All right, so we did that. Now let's try the F-117. I wonder if that means they can't shoot at us. Paveway. Ooh, what's the paveway? Yeah, nothing's shooting right now. Take it back. All right, so the paveway. Is that the name of the big bunker busters that the B2s dropped? Or yeah, B2s. Oh, we hit with that. That thing's flaming right now. See, right now I wish I could put it in autopilot so that I could like observe the damage that I just did. That was a beautiful hit. It's an unguided bomb. And you've seen how I've been flying. Yes. Okay, the F-117 is doing the dirty. Paveway away. Okay, we got shot down. But look at, oh my gosh, this entire thing is a missile boat? Aircraft carrier, no. It's a missile cruiser camouflaged as an aircraft carrier. All right, so I'm having an insane amount of fun with these F-117s. And we still have bigger ordnance. I don't know how many B-52s we're gonna need, but you better believe we're gonna have them. You may fire when ready. All right, so I should just be able to paveway. Oh yeah, it's got, especially with the low drop. It would be great to try to cut this ship in half. I don't think they'd be able to build it back. So if we were to, it's like you want to be zoomed in and zoomed out. Oh, that's a good one. That hit the superstructure. Actually, right where the core is. Okay, this thing's about to die, so. Wait a minute, does this thing have 2 cores? This ship must have 2 cores. But we blew up one of them. I don't know where the other one is. All right, we're gonna fly real, real low. Oh, snap. If we could hit another one perfectly there, we could split this thing in half. That's the strategy. The thing I'm telling myself is that these are all drone-based aircraft, so I'm not losing like lots of pilots. Like in my own internal monologue in my head, that's what's happening. Oh, something sounds like it's not doing too good. Oh, that was a bad drop, given where the last one was. This one has already had 2 runs, and you can actually dodge the fire. I think that is so fantastic. Oh, we were so close. All right, drone. We're so close to ripping this thing in half. I don't think we have any more F-117s rather. Stealth fighters, not that they're actual stealth fighters, because they're getting shot down. I guess it's time to fly the AC-130. Okay. Oh, we got the Howitzer, 40mm Bofors. Uh-huh. And it's dead. It's so big, it was immediately shot down. I think we're gonna have to save the bigger boys, for the base itself. All right, and we're actually gonna try to do a double drop of paveways. I'm trying to remember what the B2's like super bunker buster was called, because I want that to be modded in the game. All right, let's see if I can't drop 2 paveways at the same time. Nope, there's a cooldown. Oh, I heard a core. Yes! That was a great shot. I think we may have split this thing. The core is not doing good. So the core is right up here at the nose of the ship. And this is split, and this is still running. This is maybe a 3 or 4 core ship. I thought this was gonna fall apart and sink. As you can tell, that was not the case. I want something that drops napalm on them. That's what I want. You know what? It's time to call in Big Daddy, right? Let's actually, no, we'll do some more A-10s. They got flak, don't they? Man, this thing is beat up. We're down to a 3rd health. I'm sure there's some expert pilots, but I haven't flown one of these in years. Like in forts, guys. Not in real life. Oh, man, we got destroyed right there before we were about to drop. I think we have to use our bigger ordnance. I just don't know how quickly a B-52 will get shot down. Oh, it's a, what? And I can't fire when I'm going vertical. Oh my gosh. All right, I've got Mark 82 bombs and then a cruise missile. This thing can barely stay in the air with advanced maneuvers. No! The flak guns. All right, I've got a cruise missile. Where I'm aiming, right? Cruise missile's good. Okay, so it's like a normal cruise missile. It's just, how do you do this effectively? All right, keep the missile on. Yeah, I'm able to fire a cruise missile and then the ship is destroyed. So honestly, those are not the way to do it. Right now, I cannot use the B-52s. I think the aircraft I'm having the most effectiveness with is actually, wait a minute, no, I need to try some F-16s again, is the F-117s. But I do want to try the F-16s again. They're very fast. I got Sidewinders and a Vulcan. Biscuits! Yeah, superficial damage mostly, but damage. And if you fly Serpentine, then a lot of the flak can't hit you, but you still get hit so badly. All right, what happens if we split the ship there? How many aircraft were destroyed in the making of this video? You cannot fly in a straight line. Death. Death awaits thee. Okay, paveway bombs. This thing is actually good at evading enemy fire too. A lot better than everything else I've flown. It's fast enough and it's small enough and it can drop decent ordnance. There we go, that was directly on the core. It could be my individual tendencies and abilities or lack thereof, but this is my aircraft. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Oh yeah, we just barely missed the core, but look at that, I'm out of there. Maybe it's the weapon system I'm firing in my approach as well. There's just so many variables, and I'm not entirely sure why. My level of effectiveness is just insane. What happens if I run into their missiles? I guess the obvious. Oh wow, I just realized that like all of our stuff is smoking. All right, so let's take a quick assessment. The front of their ship is bad. Yeah, now it's time to hit it with the big stuff. Let's go B-52. This isn't as easy as using those super submarines. All right, I want to fire a cruise. Yeah, so if I fly at this altitude, which you would want to fly high with that thing, there's so much flak over here, it's just immediately destroyed. Got it. Okay. Well, we've got more. We're going to fly low, and I'm going to try to drop bombs. Oh, I hit the ship behind it with the actual aircraft. Well, these are getting out of the way so that we can do like a Death Star run on the base back here. Wait a minute. All these are gun systems, aren't they? You see these? Whoever designed that base is like Mr. Death and Destruction to our dreams. So let's build up our Air Force again with my favorite. I was curious what the best aircraft was going to be in the game. And I think for this individual scenario, it's still the F-117s. All right, can I do a cruise missile? Yes! Oh, man. Okay, I did a cruise missile, and it sank the nose section of what used to be the aircraft carrier missile cruiser. If I drop B-52 ordnance, the bombs on this, I think we could destroy it, especially if I soften it up. I just have to fly slow and low again. Well, definitely not necessarily slow. Oh, wow, look at that. It's a skimmer. I think I hit it with the cruise missile, and I couldn't pull up in time. Not that I would have gotten shot down right here. I guess I should keep flying and try to, like, get to the back. What? They got lasers now? That's not good. There we go. It's dead. We destroyed it. The ship is sinking. We hit it with a cruise missile and then dropped ordnance right after it. The B-52 with all the cluster bombs. And that was enough. The issue, though, is there's still this entire base, and I don't know where the cores are. I can only assume there's probably back there and maybe some down here. But I'm genuinely scared to find out what defensive armament they're working with. So we're gonna try to get some altitude. They're already firing. How do they get targeting solutions on us? We gotta build up speed. Don't crash into my base. Oh, that's bad. Okay, I fired two cruise missiles, and they both got shot down. Cruise missiles are not gonna do it. What we haven't tried in a while, actually, is the AC-130. They're firing missiles again. All right, so this thing's got a howitzer, right? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This base was designed too well. All right, old tried and true. We're gonna try to fly under this thing and see what's going on down here. Okay, we got to here and we were shot down. If there were a few more anchor points, we could try to build out here and build like an artillery base, but this is all about planes anyway. Oh my gosh. I need this to be a multiplayer map with like 4 of us flying planes at the same time. We need to go low. We need to attack low like that, but I'm not armed yet. I haven't been touched though, which is surprising. I got touched there and they shot the thing down. All right, I wonder if I could fly right here, B-52, and then go right up and then carpet bomb. That's what I'm gonna try. All right, I think this is the proper altitude. Oh my gosh, they're still hitting us. Operation Paveway is in full effect. Ladies and gentlemen, you are clear for weapons hot. I don't know what to do. I think we might have to use missiles. So what we need is a targeting system, and we need big missiles. All right, I've got 6 ballistics going. As long as they clear the base. Ooh, that was close. This guy is like breathing. Okay, nice, thank you. Thank you for that. You're super special. They tried to fire their laser, but here's 5 ballistic missiles, because, you know, 1 blew me up. The flak's already firing. I think maybe you fire that, and then we send in the planes? Let's try it. All right, the missiles blew up my stuff again, but we've got missile cover here. We are adapting our tactics. Or maybe I prefaced the missiles. Oh gosh. Okay, that didn't work. Yeah, wow. All right, we switched up our missile pattern. For each group of 3, there's gonna be 2 swarmers and 1 ballistic. And I'm gonna try to pave way. I'm gonna try to pave the way. Wait. Okay, I thought the core was on fire. Yeah, a missile keeps hitting my base, that's why. Some of the stuff, oh, a ballistic did hit. But like, look at this. What is this base even? What do they have? Something's blowing up. I want napalm. If I could get napalm in here, I think we'd win, man. Like I don't know, even a B, whatever. Like I guess B-52s. If you could change your weapon lineup. Oh my gosh. They lasered my base and then fired in missiles. That's awesome. You know what, man? Fine. You have set the precedent. The base is on fire, as it does. We're just smashing this thing with lasers. And I move up 1 pixel, and I hit the very front or the very back of the base. Something's on fire. All right, 1 of the cores is destroyed. They still have multiple cores though, right? Yeah, this base is so well made. Okay, I don't know what, like look at that. You can see the little helmets of the machine gunners. Oh, but they're missing wide chunks of the base. I wonder if now would be a time to try a paveway. Jeez! There's a flak gun right here. I'm gonna try to get a B-52 high. We gotta build up the speed to turn. And hopefully don't get shot down right here. Oh my gosh. I fired a cruise missile backwards. It didn't work, but it was a scientific test. Oh man, we barely did it. Now we gotta get up some speed by going down again. Oh my gosh, they can hit me from there. I fired the cruise missile. It's gonna hit something. We need hover aircraft. I want to hit right there. And now all I have to do is fly this thing. I just need to worry about flying that. Let the cruise missile do its thing. Okay, we got a hit. Fired another cruise. I'm gonna try to slingshot some bombs. Oh, that was not half bad. The bombs drop real low though. And I can just keep dipping out cruise missiles. All right, we're gonna try to slingshot more bombs. We're at 39 health. Oh no, dang it. The cruise missile fired and hit. Oh, we're seeing some of their exposed missile launchers. All right, let's try to soften them up again. Like literally a pixel. All right, we've pretty much beat that up. There we go. Some more stuff destroyed back in the back there. Okay, I didn't mean to do that, but we're here now. All right, there's a lot less ordnance being shot at us this time. Oops. All right, we've got air superiority now, I think. Oh my gosh, look at that. Now we're the kings of the skies. Now we don't know where the other core is. It might be in like the bowels of the base. Gosh, that feels so satisfying to just drop so much bombs. Now we can do the AC-130. Boom! Where's the core at? Where are you hiding it? They're not doing too hot. I think the core would be like right in here. There's a weird random back brace. It's gotta be in there. It could be in these mid sections. We're gonna scout this thing out with my beloved Nighthawk down on the bottom. Do they still have 2 more ships in dock? Yeah, they do. Oh. Whoopsies. Bring in the big stuff. Bofors, here's the Howitzer. Last time the Howitzer was fired once and shot down. Like the Howitzer round itself. All right, everything is gonna fire where I'm aiming at. So let's try everything. And you go off screen and the plane is dead. This is very challenging. Now, what if I fly this thing and then Howitzer at the last moment? Do you think we have a chance? Okay, once we get rid of this thing, which the fire should break these ropes, and then it'll hang from here and it'll fall. Yes, okay, we've got fire on one of the ropes. Come on, baby. I love how the fire will spread. And since it's all darked out, unlike this lit section, which means they don't have control of this, so they cannot repair it. Oh, the fire's spreading to the ship itself. I thought it would have broken the ropes under the weight. Okay, I have time to, well, you know, schmack that thing. Let's do A10 Thunderbolt. All right, I'm just gonna 30 mil this bad boy. Oh, it's still there. All right, now, once this thing is cleared out of the way, we can fly our heavier planes. All right, we're gonna have to get into close because I'm gonna fly this thing like an X-Wing. I'm gonna try to fly this thing like an X-Wing, let's be clear. Oh, flak. Yeah! We hit the final core with an A10 Warthog. Yes, okay, so you know the drill. We need more forts scenario ideas for the next videos. Leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. This is so much fun, and I'll see you in the next one.